of Prep 3 من سماح الشيخ is with you, and today we are going to revise the whole curriculum for the third prep stage. So let's start our revision for today. So we have here the first question here would be the dialogue. The dialogue, we have 5 marks on the dialogue. Let's first of all see. It comes in Cairo 2023. Two friends are talking about planting trees. بيتكلموا عن زراعة الأشجار. So let's see. Amr, what shall we do this summer? We have Yasser will answer him. Then Amr, good, planting trees is a good idea. So we have here Yasser ask a question, and Amr, my brother will help us and we can ask some friends too. Then we have Yasser, they will be happy to do so. Where can we start? Then we have the answer. Then we have another question. We will start after our exam. So let's start from the beginning. What shall we do this summer? هنا بيقول له good planting trees. يبقى السجستشن كان let's plant trees. نزرع الأشجار. Yes. Good planting trees is a good idea. يسأل question. Who will help us? Who will help us? مين اللي هيساعدنا؟ لأن بيقول له my brother. Yes. So we have here compliment. They will be happy to do so. So yes, of course. Where can we start? هنبدأ فين؟ We can start in our street. نبدأ في الشارع بتاعنا. هيقول له حاجة. هيقول له question. When will we start? هنبدأ إمتى؟ We will start after our exams. بعد امتحاناتنا. Another question. It comes in Giza 2023. Fatin and Hoda are talking about spending their last mid-year holiday. ازاي يقضوا اجازة الميد-year الماضية. Yeah. Fatin, good morning Hoda. Hoda, good morning Fatin. Where did you go last mid-year holiday? Fatin, هتقول answer. هترد هدى Alexandria. Which places did you visit there? لازم نكون عارفين اسامي اماكن. انا Alexandria. هترد تقول لها الاماكن. Then we have a question. I went with my family. يبقى رحتي مع مين؟ Then we have here a question also. Then of course you can come with us next holiday. So let's see the suggested answer. Yes. Good morning Hoda. Good morning Fatin. Where did you go last mid-year holiday? هتقول لها of course I went to Alexandria. Take care my dear students. ما ينفعش هنا اقول I went to أسوان. I went to any place else. لأن هنا في الديالوج محدد Alexandria. Yeah. So we have here الplaces اللي شافتها. We can say I visited Qaibay Citadel and Alexandria Library. وشفت مكتبة الاسكندرية. Yes. هتسأل question. هتقول لها I went with my family. يبقى who did my dear students? Who did you go with? Who did you go with? I went with my family. هتسأل question تانية تقول لك can I go with you next holiday؟ ممكن أروح معاكم. هتقول لها of course you can come with us next holiday. هتقول لها thank you. Yeah. Another one. Here in Alexandria 2023. إيهاب and أحمد are talking about the environment. بيتكلموا عن البيئة. وده من التوبكس المهمة. Hello أحمد. What are you doing? هلو إيهاب هيرد يقول له حاجة. What is this article about? وده من الديالوجز المهمة بيجي كتير جدا. هيرد أحمد يقول له حاجة. Our environment is being polluted severely. يعني بتلوث بشدة. ويسأل question. هيرد أحمد we can plant more trees to prevent that. نمنع هذا. سؤال. Then yes we can use less plastic. يبقى بيقول له suggestion. هيرد إيهاب actually this will help save the environment. So let's see. Hello Ahmed. What are you doing? Hello إيهاب. I am reading an article. ما ينفعش اقول له I'm reading an article about the environment لان السؤال اللي بعديه كده هيبقى ملوش إجابة. What is this article about? It's about environment and pollution. بيتكلم عن التلوث والبيئة. Our environment is being polluted severely. يبقى يسأله question يقول له how can we prevent pollution? How can we help the environment? We can plant more trees to prevent that. هيسأل question يقول له yes we can use less plastic. So yes or no question. Can we use less plastic? Yes, great idea. Great idea. Yeah. We have here another question in your exam paper. It would be fill in. So we have list of words. We have 4 marks on it. So let's see our question. We have here found, live, fur, catch are found in teeth. I have read a book about caracals. Caracals, they are amazing animals. They have lots of course, lots of fur. Fur يعني فرو on their feet, which makes it difficult for other animals to hear them when they are trying to what? To catch them. Caracals space in many places in Africa and the Middle East. Caracals can space for up to 12 years in the wild, of course, live. لأن كان followed by infinitive. Another one, we have here list of words. Planets, telescope, had left a trip, left in sensor. Yesterday we went on a trip space to the planetarium. خدنا planetarium في الفيرست تيرم معناها القبة السماوية. Yes, before we space, our science teacher gave us a lecture about it. There we used a huge space and you could see that. Yes, so the first word, yes, school trip to the planetarium. Before we left, قبل ما نغادر, our science teacher gave us a lecture about it. There we used the huge telescope, of course, and they could see the, yes, excellent students, planets. Yeah. We have here another one. Our planet is getting hotter and our weather is space there. And our weather is changing, my dear student. Take care, we have a changing and a charging. Different meaning, different words. Drought and the forest, of course, the forest fires, حرائق الغابات. Then at any time in history, one of the 4 deaths is climate change. One of the reasons, my dear students, الأسباب. We must avoid, اوعى تنسوا ان avoid followed by verb ing, so cutting down trees. Yes. Another one. We should try to save energy as much as possible. We can do many things to save energy, like using energy saving, of course, light bulbs, and the space batteries, of course, rechargeable batteries, بطاريات قابلة لإعادة الشحن. We should turn space the devices and the lights that we don't need, of course, turn off. نطفي, نفصل. Our bad habits that we used the space in the past should be stopped, of course, to do. Yes. Now we reach to another question in our exam paper. It would be choose question. So we have 6 multiple choices with 3 marks. So let's see. We have here question number 1. We should do our best to protect the environment. Protect gives the same meaning as harm, keep safe, destroy, or ruin. Of course, here keep safe. Protect معناه يحمي. Yeah. The noun coast can be an adjective by adding y or al or ing or full. Of course, al. So coastal, coastal. Yes, like coastal habitat. Yes. Space means how long something is. Weight, length or size, of course, length اللي هي الطول المدة. Yes. It takes 6 hours to arrive to her house. Her house is in a or an area. Of course, in, yes, excellent, remote area. So what's remote? يعني نائي أو بعيد. Yeah. The person who does research is called a recharging, recharging, researcher, researching, researcher, or researched or research. Of course, it would be researcher. So what's a researcher? يعني باحث. Yeah. To be a space means to be unable to understand something clearly, confident, active, understanding, or confused. Of course, confused. When you are confused, لما تكون مرتبك, you are unable to understand something clearly. We add the prefix to get the antonym of the word usual. سؤال common وسؤال بيجي في الجوفرنرز كتير. unusual, The antonym of the word begin is. عايزة antonym عكس. start, finish, appear, attract. Of course هتبقى finish. Take care. We have the synonym and the antonym between the choices. Yeah. So we have here, this form of energy is sustainable. We can use it again. This means it's sustainable, of course, renewable. So what's renewable? متجدد, sustainable. The suffix changes the verb attract into an adjective. So why? IVE, able, or ER, of course, IVE, so attractive. Attractive يعني جذب. Yeah. The light is connected to a timer. The word connected means together, related, transported, found, or joined, of course, joined. Joined, connected معناها joined together. Yeah. Happens when Greenland becomes a desert. بيحصل ايه لما تتحول الارض الخضراء الى desert؟ بيحصل ظاهرة اسمها excellent desertification. So desertification اللي هي ظاهرة التصحر. Another word for fantastic is silly, boring, dirty, or incredible. Of course incredible. Incredible يا ولاد صفة إيجابية. Means fantastic. Awesome. Yeah. A solar space is an area with many solar panels that provides electricity. So energy, power, pool, or farm. Of course solar farm. المزارع الشمسية. Yeah. To get the noun from the verb form, we add the suffix ed, ing, ly, or tion. Of course ing, farming اللي هي الزراعة. Yeah. A space person is good at thinking of new ideas or ways to do something. Creative, careful, useful, or peaceful. Of course creative. Creative يعني مبتكر, مبدع. Yeah. To get the adjective of sustain, you add the suffix ed, ing, able, or tion. Of course sustainable. Sustainable معناها مستدام. Yeah. A is a machine in space that goes around the Earth. Satellite, spacecraft, comet, or plane. Of course satellite goes around the Earth. It's a satellite. قمر صناعي. That is the person who works on a ship. So what's the name of a person who works in a ship, my dear students? It's a sailor, like Sinbad the sailor. Yeah, بحر. Another one, the antonym of public is popular, common, general, or private. Of course, it would be private, public, private, like public transport and private car. Yeah. Space is the opposite of seller. So customer, client, assistant, A and B. Of course, A and B. The same meaning معناها زبون. Yeah. We add the prefix to form the opposite of the word possible. عايزين prefix عشان نغير الكلمة للopposite. Of course, impossible معناها مستحيل. We add the suffix to get the noun from the verb meet. So meet. Yes, excellent. Meeting. Meeting معناها مقابلة. Yeah. I enjoyed talking to you, Mr. Hamdi. It was a useful article, photo, map, or conversation. Yes, excellent. I hear you. Conversation معناها محادثة. Yeah. Space means not able to move. Stuck, very important question, my dear students. Comes in Giza before. Smell, small, and sing, of course, stuck. Stuck هنا معناها unable to walk, يعني مش عارف يتحرك. Yeah. The antonym of the word traditional is old, modern, expensive, or far. Of course modern. We have here the antonym. Take care in the choices we could have the antonym and the synonym. And is a software you can use on your computer or phone. It's an app or application or a spam or A and B. Yes, excellent, my dear students. We have A and B here. App is a short form of application لما أكون بقصد بيها التطبيق اللي موجود على الموبايل فون بتاع حضرتك. Yeah. So we have here a space are the remains of animals or plants that lived in the past. So preservatives or stables or fossils or species. Of course it would be fossils. So what's the fossils? حفريات. Space means succeed in passing your exams at the university. So if you pass your exams, عقبال كل ولادنا followers of educational program, so they are graduated. Graduated معناها تخرج من الجامعة. Yes. The person who studies a space is a space graduate, thief, governor, or scientist, of course, scientist. Yes. The antonym of expensive is inexpensive, cheap, ugly, A and B. Take care here. Expensive, yes. Inexpensive, correct. And the cheap, correct, so A and B. Locals called the lake the shooting star. The antonym of locals is عكس locals. Locals معناه سكان محليين يبقى معناه أجانب. الopposite أجانب. Foreigners. G is silent here. Another one. People in rural areas work as farmers. Rural areas مناطق ريفية. We take it in the first term. Means the country, the village, the city, A and B. Of course it would be A and B. Yeah. So An is a place where orphans live. المكان اللي بيعيش فيه الأورفنز. Orphans يعني يتيم. Someone whose father or mother or both of them died. Of course orphanage اللي هو الإيه؟ دار الأيتام. The ground was wet because of the rain. Wet is an antonym of عكس wet. Of course it would be dry. Yeah. People who watch sports at a stadium are الناس اللي بتتفرج على المباراة في الاستاديوم اسمهم ايه؟ excellent spectators اللي هم المتفرجين في الاستاد spectators. Yes. Rewrite your composition. Composition يعني موضوع تعبير. Again, the prefix re means to do it next, again, first or last, of course, again, do it again. Another one, a space is an instrument used to make distant objects appear nearer. So thermometer, telescope, mirror, or microscope. Of course, telescope. Make faraway things look nearer. What about microscope? Make it looks bigger. Next. The fossils were preserved well for further study. This means that they were discovered, chosen, kept, or sold. Of course, kept. Preserved means kept. Now we reach to another question in our exam paper. Complete the sentence with the correct form of the words in brackets. Okay, so now we have this question. It's a grammatical question, of course. These areas known as polar habitats, so it's passive or known or known. Some students ask me why we shouldn't write were known, because there is no reference for the past. ما فيش أي دلالة زمنية على ال past. Yes. These habitats find at the top and the bottom of the earth, of course, are found. Passive also. What kind of habitat is the area around the Nile Delta called? Of course, called. The passive sentence. Yeah. Don't forget, passive. بيبقى الأوبجكت followed by verb to be in suitable tenses and PP. Who break the glass of this window? So I'm asking about the door, الفاعل. So who broke the windows, the glass windows? It is a nice photo. It taken by my brother 2 days ago. Yes, it was taken by my brother 2 days ago. Yes. The library is opposite to the bank. So here we're talking about prepositions of place. We studied it before in the first term. The library is opposite to the bank. Of course, next to. Opposite never followed by to. Yeah. Well, Dina speaking good English if her parents moved to Canada. So we have well, so we should follow by infinitive. Speak. Yeah. The team will win the match if they have in their best players, so if they have present simple tense. When about visiting the museum? So what about visiting the museum? Suggestion question. Red is the most popular color. We have here superlative, okay? So we should put the most before the long adjective. So the most popular color. أكثر لون مشهور. Yeah. Helen not go to work if she feels ill tomorrow. So we have here first conditional if, so we should put won't, will not. Yeah. The shop is either interesting nor cheap. So we have either or, but yes, I hear you. Yes, neither nor. Neither nor. يعني لا ده ولا ده. Yeah. Okay, another one. How many stops there are by the metro? Of course, are there. We put the question words and helping verb, then the complement of the question. What you do if you win the competition? What do you do? Or what will you do? Yes, excuse me, what will you do? Because it's, yes, I hear you. It's a first conditional if. What will you do if you win the competition? I lived in the house who was built by my grandpa. So here I need a relative pronoun, okay? So here I'm talking about a place, something, I describe it, so we should use which was built by my grandfather. While we were walking, I show my friends my new photo or phone. So we have here interrupted action. So while past continuous followed by past simple, this is the short action that interrupted the main action. Has Hannah ever? So I'm waiting for PP, of course, seen that film. Now we reach to the writing question. The writing question is the question that has a great mark in your exam paper. Okay, so we have 7 marks on this question. So let's discuss some important questions here. Write a review about natural wonders in Egypt. So we have natural wonders in Egypt. Like what? Yes, I hear you. Like shooting star. Like what? Yes. Like white desert. Yes, like what? Like Jabal Elba. Okay, so we have a lot of natural wonders in Egypt. And we should talk about the characteristics of each wonder. And we should talk about the pyramids. What about the pyramids and the Sphinx? We can talk about a lot of natural wonders. And also we can talk about man-made, like pyramids, like the Sphinx. Okay, yeah. So write a review about different habitats. We discussed in Unit 7 different habitats around the world. We have coastal habitat, we have grassland, we have wet habitat, we have a lot of habitats around the world. Also, we have here a biography about a person in media. So never forget Safiya al-Muhandis. Do you remember Safiya al-Muhandis? The mother of all broadcasters, okay? Never forget Farouk Shusha. Okay, yes, the father of the Arabic language. Okay, so we should talk about Safiya al-Muhandis and Farouk Shusha as a person in media. Yes. What about a review about forms of renewable energy? So if you wanted to talk about renewable energy, مصادر الطاقة المتجددة like solar energy and wind power, and how we can replace them with non-renewable energy, which harm the environment. Yeah. We have here a review of helping the environment. How to help our environment? We should recycle our waste, our rubbish. We should use friendly materials that never pollute the environment. Okay, we should do what? We should use electric cars. We should use transportation. We should use things that friendly to the environment. Yes. A review on social media. So social media, we should talk about pros and cons, مميزات وعيوب, advantages and disadvantages of social media. Social media and the internet as a whole is very important, but we have some problems. We have cyberbullying, okay? We have scams, okay? We have hackers. So we should take care when using social media. Yes, we have a review about Decent Life Initiative. Do you remember Decent Life Initiative? We studied it in the first term. It's very important. It made difference in our life. It improved education. It improved schools. It improved facilities. It offers job opportunities for the youth. Okay, don't forget Decent Life Initiative. Also, we have a review about online shopping. Some people like to go to real shops in order to buy their things. Others like to go online in order to do the shopping. Okay, so if you're one of them, you should try about your experience. Last week I ordered a kettle and to talk about your experience. I ordered a microwave. I ordered a boiler, and they talk and tell us in writing about your experience. If it is good, tell us about it. Then say you recommend shopping online or you don't like shopping online according to your experience with it. Yeah. Okay, now my dear students, we reached to the end of our session and our revision for today. Thank you for watching us. Study well, practice more. Thank you, and follow for more. Goodbye.